Take the microfluidic chip out of its container using a tweezer and gloves. Inlet and outlet holes are found on the top side of the microfluidic chip. This is generally where pumping systems can be attached. Inspection from the sides will show crevices from the middle to the edge of the glass. These are the inlet and outlet holes and subsequently the top side of the chip. So visually you can confirm whether the channel is still empty or full. Here in this light you can see that the empty channels are visible and the parts of the channels that are still filled with liquid are dark and fall back against the rest of the chip. On a hot plate with aluminum foil in between the chip and the plate, with the inlet and outlet holes facing upwards preferably, under a small angle so that there is no vacuum formation between the chip and the aluminum. Set the plate to 60 degrees for acetone or 90 degrees Celsius for alcohol. Let it dry for 5 to 10 minutes. Confirm visually if needed by looking for empty channels. As soon as the chip is dry, you can see the channels against the other parts of the chip. Pipette 5 microliter of MTB suspended in liquid medium onto an inlet on one side of the channel. Capillary forces will fill up the rest of the chip. And you should see a channel disappear against the rest of the chip. Use the unoccupied hand to stabilize the pipette tip, like this, in order to prevent spilling to other inlets, if desired. For reversible sealing of the chip, streak the top side of a clean microscope slide with Vaseline, covering roughly an area bigger than the size of the microfluidic chip. This is easily done using a second microscope slide. A thin layer is sufficient. Place the microfluidic chip upside down on the microscope slide such that the inlet holes are facing to the Vaseline side to prevent the medium from evaporating. Then press the side of the chip while moving in small circles to evenly spread the Vaseline across the bottom of the chip. Separate the microfluidic chip from the microscope slide and wipe the top off with acetone to solve all of the Vaseline. Then submerge the chip into a Falcon chip filled with acetone. Place the tube with its contents in the ultrasonic bath, preferably with a hole to keep the part of the tube with the chip submerged. Turn on the sonicator and set it 10 minutes at 50 degrees centigrade. Remove the microfluidic chip from the tube and place it in a new tube with clean acetone.